Five Nights at Freddy's is so well known that I doubt I even have to say anything. This game is over 8 years old. This game took the fucking internet by storm back in 2014. Like, I don't think anything really compares to it other than Minecraft. Shut the fuck up. Well, little known fact, the animatronics don't actually turn on until 2 AM. So, while I have you here, I guess I might as well just tell a story. I broke my arm when I was like 8. My brother made an obstacle course, and by that I mean he just rearranged a couple of things in our yard. Still love that. It was a swing set, a cooler, like that you put fucking like sodas in or some shit, and then our fucking driveway had a Jeep in it, and I had to get over that at the end. So, I got through the swing set part just fine. That part was no issue. Then I stepped onto the cooler, and the thing about the cooler was, it wasn't like a big fucking rectangular just box. It was a cylinder. And I don't know if you know this, but, you know, taller, thinner objects tend to be less stable when you put something on them than, you know, fatter, shorter objects. So, it just kind of tumbled underneath my weight, and I fell down. I put out my arm to, like, break my fall, and that worked. It did break my fall. Unfortunately, in the process, it also broke. So my arm was broken, or more specifically, my hand was just completely out of place. I went to the hospital, doctors did the surgery, got through it just fine. I was in a lot of pain, so my dad went up to the doctor and he's like, hey, he's fucking in pain, give him some painkillers. And the doctor's like, no, I can't do that. So my dad's like, okay, then I'll take him home and give him some of my painkillers. Which prompted the doctor to just go, okay, I guess I can give him some painkillers. Turns out, the doctors managed to fuck up their one job, and they didn't even put my fucking hand bones back into place right. So, if they just left it like that, and I didn't know, my hand wouldn't have healed properly. So I had to go in for another surgery to fix the mistake they made in the last one. So, I did that. Got the new cast, and then, however long later, I fucking got the cast off. You know, my hand was fully healed. But the thing is, when I took the final cast off, there was something really odd. Like, obviously, my forearm and shit that had the cast on it, that had, like, a bunch of dead skin. But the palm of my hand specifically, to this day, confuses the shit out of me. Because it was like orange, like, pads of skin that I could physically, like, hold and look at. Shit, where the fuck do I go from here? I already finished the story. Well, I mean, up until that point, I had never actually broken a bone. For those of you that have never broken a bone, or just don't remember, the thing that they use to cut casts, it looks like a fucking circular saw, but it's not actually that sharp, because, like, it doesn't cut the foam. They have to get a pair of scissors to do that. But, like, what confuses the shit out of me is that it looks like a goddamn circular saw, and it just doesn't actually hurt. What fucking D? I guess I should probably start off night 2 by saying this is my first proper time playing Five Nights at Freddy's. Before now, I kinda just didn't. Well. Fuck, god damn it, I just had something. Part of me wants to just, like, rehash jokes that other YouTubers have already made. Mainly Penguin Zero. Because that man just does not feel fear in the slightest. Except for cockroaches. Like, he can play through any horror game and not give a shit about any of the horror elements. But if you show that man a cockroach, he will piss his pants. Although, I mean, to be fair, who wouldn't? How are you guys enjoying this riveting gameplay? Like, is this entertaining? Because if it's not, then I'm sorry. Why am I already at 60? It's only 2 a.m. Probably because I've just been fucking obsessively checking the cameras. Wow, Bonnie really likes that supply closet. Like, are we sure he's not just trying to, like, get some alone time with the brooms? See, that just wasn't funny. That was just stupid. Oh, shit. Yeah, isn't this just exhilarating? I mean, I don't even know what to say at this point. I already told the story of the whole, like, hand thing. That was the main thing that I wanted to do. Probably should have thought of more to say. You know, more to talk about than just that. I mean, I guess I could try talking about Rooster Teeth shows. Is that, like... I mean, I could talk about FNAF not really being all that scary anymore. I've already honked that man, like, 3 times this night. Let's make it a 4th. There we go. Now I feel safe. Each of these nights is, like, roughly about 9 minutes. I am closing the doors, and I'm gonna continue talking about Rooster Teeth. Good lord, have they gone downhill. I don't want to get too in-depth, because I feel like I'm just gonna make myself mad, but, like, Ruby especially has just steadily gotten worse. Shit. I swear to God, if I lose night 2, can I still honk? Oh, thank Christ. For a moment there, I was scared. Shut the fuck up. Wow, that was quick. Dickhead. Wow, this man literally stepped like an inch forward every time and just handed me the win on a silver platter. But the worst Ruby volume by far is Volume 8, like, it's not even a question. Volumes 4 and 5 just kind of have pacing problems. They just feel really slow, because it's literally coming off of the... literally directly coming off of Volumes 1 through 3, which didn't really have any underlying story. They just sort of happened, and there was kind of a timeline there. But, like, with Ruby Volume 8, the music is just all shit, which, for a series like Ruby, where one of the few remaining good aspects is, you know, the music, when your volume consists entirely of... Jesus Christ, man, calm down! When your volume consists of nothing but complete shit music, you fucked up. That's not even the main thing. The main thing is just the absolutely abhorrent writing. That's ironic coming from me, of all people. Ruby used to do writing and shit really fucking good. Like, if something happened, there was gonna be a payoff. Literally, the first thing that Ozpin says to Ruby, other than just saying her name, is pointing out her eye color. And then at the end of Volume 3, she grows fucking wings out of her eyes. Pretty substantial payoff there, if you ask me. I mean, it also unnecessarily introduced a ton of side characters, and pretty much forces you to buy fucking, like, 3 books at least, just to get the full story. And, you know, for one specific case, it is required to give them any form of character at all. So, you know, good job, Rooster Teeth. You made the fans of your series do fucking homework just so they can enjoy it properly. But with Volume 8, it kind of falls flat on that. Bad shit just happens to move the plot forward. And I don't know if you know this, but typically, when you're making a story of some kind, then you wanna make sure that everything flows properly, you know? If you want to have, like, a point A to point B, let's say point A is the start of the episode, and point B is the end of the episode. Let's say that you want to have a character die at somewhere in the episode. You need to make sure that from points A to B, everything flows and works organically. You know, shit that big doesn't typically happen over the course of a single episode, but you get the point. You want to make sure it doesn't feel forced, and Volume 8 just does not follow that at all. I mean, the entirety of the last episode was fucking pointless. Like, I mean, to be fair, not even a problem with Volume 8, a problem with Volume 7, they did not need to bring back Penny at all. They could have just skipped that, and it would have made everything a hell of a lot easier. Both, like, on their end, because, you know, then they don't have to fucking try and write Penny into and then back out of the story at the end of Volume 8. It's like that one episode of SpongeBob where he pulls the golden spatula from the stone, and King Neptune shows up, and he's like, oh, hey, you pulled the shit, and, like, he says a thing. It's even funnier the second time. That was Rooster Teeth with killing Penny for no reason. I mean, the first one worked, it made sense, it gave everybody whiplash, considering the show was not that fucking dark beforehand, but her second death just felt pointless. Her revival felt pointless. And the whole reason that she's not coming back again is because, well, I mean, she's human, so, well, she got turned into one, and then died. So, like, obviously she's not coming back, but she shouldn't have been brought back to begin with. Believe me, I'm fully aware I'm just sort of jumping around from complaint to complaint with no real rhyme or reason. But I just needed the ability to talk about this, you know? Sometime towards the middle of Volume 8, Cinder, Emerald, and Neo, they all go to fucking Amity Arena to try and kill Penny and get the Winter Maiden powers from her. In that moment, in that, like, episode, they get completely kerfuffled, they completely fucking raffle-stomped by an old-ass woman and a fucking robot. Like, Cinder does not have a good track record. They get their asses kicked when they had Emerald on their side. I probably should have prefaced this all with a, you know, spoiler warning, but I don't give a shit. It's not like anybody watching this actually cares about Ruby or knows what it is. Keep in mind, it's just the old lady and the robot fighting them, by the way. They have 3 people. And then, in the finale, they somehow manage to mop the fucking floor with all of Team Ruby, all of Team whatever the fuck it is. They fucking pretty much kick the asses of everyone there, somehow. Force Jean to kill Penny, so Cinder doesn't steal the Winter Maiden powers, and they go to Winter instead, like they just fucking should have from the beginning. It just makes zero sense how they're able to kick everybody's ass and win, and force, like, 6 people, well, 6 characters, 6 people that we actually give a shit about. Of course, there's, like, dozens of civilians. Okay, where is this man? I think he's there, but I can't tell because... Oh, I hate this. I hate that one especially. Because he's just so far away from the camera. And the only thing you can see are his eyes. Oh god, Freddy poster, please. Help me stay alive. I am more than likely going to lose this. I need to open that door. Okay, never mind. I guess Bonnie wants me to have it closed. Like, I really don't know where their whole insane boost in power came from, but, you know, they got it for some reason. Oh, I'm fucked. Come on, Freddy poster. Hey. What's up, Freddy? Fucking... If they just, like, actually thought of, like, organic ways to continue the story, we would have gotten a completely different Volume 8. One that would have actually been good. gone through the first 4 fucking nights of this game in one sitting with no fails whatsoever and like 2 or 3 power outages. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. I may pick this up again. Probably not, let's be honest, Jesus Christ. Fuck it, how do I end videos organically?